7,000 years ago. Even before humanity understood metals, people in the Indian subcontinent were involved in metal extraction, forming, forging and alloying. The Indian heritage and knowledge in metallurgy were unsurpassed for a long time. In the 12th century AD, an Arab geographer, cartographer and Egyptologist, Al-Idrisi, mentioned that people in the Indian subcontinent excelled in manufacturing iron and that it was impossible to find anything to surpass the edge of Indian steel. In 1912, Robert Hatfield, an English metallurgist credited for his discovery of manganese steel, mentioned that Indian Wood's steel was far superior to European steel of that time. The list is long. Post-independence, research in metallurgy resumed, and the several IITs in the country have spearheaded research and development in the science of metals. Among them is IIT-Madras, where metallurgy was one of the first departments to be set up in 1960. India is well known for several wonders in metallurgy. This video attempts to portray and exhibit a few of them. Aranmula Mirror. Aranmula mirror is an extraordinary traditional handmade oval metal mirror made with a special alloy, the origin of which dates back to over 500 years. This GI-tagged product is traditionally made by the members of a single family in the temple town of Aranmula in the state of Kerala. The exact composition of the alloy used is a closely guarded secret till date. However, it has been found to contain largely copper and tin. Unlike the ordinary silvered glass mirrors, the Aranmula mirror is fully metallic and acts as a front surface reflection mirror which eliminates secondary reflections and aberrations typical of back surface mirrors. The alloy is cast using the investment casting process, and the highly reflective surface is achieved through manual polishing of the alloy mold surface for several days. It is then typically mounted on an ornamental brass frame with a handle. It is widely believed that this mirror brings prosperity, luck and wealth into life. The Aranmula mirror continues to bear testimony to the rich heritage of ancient Indian knowledge in metallurgy and material science. Wood's steel, highly prized worldwide over 2 millennia, originated in the Indian subcontinent around 400 BC. Metal workers in South India and Sri Lanka mastered a crucible's melting method that alloyed the perfect amount of carbon to iron. The result was superior quality steel known as Wood's steel, having unsurpassed strength, superplasticity and corrosion resistance. The art of making Wood's steel was probably a trade secret passed on to select apprentices by master smiths. The Wood's steel became very popular across the world because it can be sharpened to a razor edge, making it well suited for swords. Arabs took ingots of Wood's steel to Damascus to make swords known as the Damascus swords. These swords were known for their ability to easily pierce through an opponent's armor, while at the same time delicately slicing a gauze handkerchief. The reputation of these swords is reflected in the Farsi phrase, "Give an Indian answer," which means a cut with an Indian sword. The sword of Tipu Sultan is a well-known example of Wood's steel. Many researchers have attempted to unravel the mystery of the superior nature of the Wood's steel. Recent investigations on the properties of Wood's steel, such as the superplasticity, justify it being called an advanced material of the ancient world. No wonder Wood's steel continues to inspire researchers to this day. The Iron Pillar. Anyone who has visited the historical monument Qutub Minar in Delhi would certainly notice the presence of a majestically standing cylindrical solitary pillar in its courtyard. This pillar is about 7 meters tall and weighs over 6 tons. Historians differ about its age and who built it. The most convincing argument suggests that it was made during the Gupta period by King Chandragupta II in 410 AD. The iron pillar is a metallurgical wonder. Although made of wrought iron, it is not significantly affected by atmospheric corrosion. The presence of a higher amount of phosphorus in the iron is the main reason for the corrosion resistance of the pillar. Phosphorus was probably added intentionally during iron making, as iron produced during ancient times does not show the presence of high phosphorus. Building such a huge pillar 1,700 years back stands testimony to the advanced metallurgy knowledge and skill of ancient Indians. Most probably, the iron lumps were shaped by heating and hammering, resulting in a forge-welded structure. The final surface finishing operations, employing hot hammering, chiseling and burnishing, produced the smooth surface and taper of the pillar. Investment castings. More than 5,000 years ago, Indian metalsmiths and artisans were among the earliest users of an investment casting process, otherwise known as the lost wax process, to create one-of-a-kind intricate bronze sculptures that fascinates metallurgists worldwide even today. Exquisite and highly detailed, the finest lost wax sculptures take several weeks or months to make. The process starts with the creation of a detailed wax model. A clay mold is then created with the wax model. The mold, when heated, loses the wax while retaining the clay mold. Molten bronze is then poured into the clay molds, which are then broken after cooling to reveal the bronze statue. This makes each and every bronze work unique and one of a kind. The beauty of the bronze statue lies in the details. This technique was brought into a level of excellence during the Chora dynasty, which ruled in South India during the period from 850 to 1250 CE. It may be noted that even today, Chora bronzes continue to be made in the same fashion and are highly sought after across the globe.